Hey guys, Brent with Brett's Crappy Shots here today, and today I've got the Mrodair Varmit, also known as the Diana Stormrider, and mine is in the 177 caliber, and you'll notice I've added in a moderator. It works fairly well. And it doesn't affect the accuracy or point of aim or anything like that. I'm just going to be doing a basic review of the rifle, and this one I've gone back and forth because I really like the gun. It's real lightweight. It's easy to hold up. I mean, you can sit there and just have a good old time with it and really just enjoy yourself, because the gun doesn't weigh much. And it's easy to shoulder, and it's a fairly nice, well-made gun. I love the stock. It's made out of beech, and from Pyramid Air's website for the Diana Stormrider, they claim that it's getting 1,050 feet per second. Doesn't really say what grain pellet that is, but and 20 foot-pounds of energy out of 177. The Stormrider says max field pressure is 2,900 psi, and Mrodair says 3,000 max psi. There's just a 100 psi difference there, and honestly, you'll see further in the review, I don't recommend filling it up that far. It's got a single stage non-adjustable trigger. Comes with a 9-round rotary magazine, which I've got 3 here, for a grand total of 27 shots. It weighs 5 pounds, and you get about 30 shots per fill. Something tromping through the woods back there. Can't tell what it is though. But later on you'll see where I'm filling it up to and where I'm shooting it down to. It gives you about 10 really good shots. So that works out quite well. You get one full clip of pretty much hole in hole, depending on what pellet you're using. And I've got 4 different pellets that I'm going to be shooting for us today. First off, right off the bat, what I'm going to do is show you what a full 3 clip or 3 magazine pressure drop and everything. I've got it filled to the max of 22 MPa. I'm not exactly sure what that equates to in PSI right off, but I'm guessing it's about 2,900 PSI. So let's do the shooting, and for this I wanted to show what a full fill to empty looks like, with the shot curve, how the pellets will go up and down, and kind of what you can expect out of a full tube or a full canister of air there. So without further ado, let's send 27 pellets down range. error. There we go. Note that I am aiming dead center of the green dot. And there's the first 9. The scope I'm using is a Halulahu something, I don't know. It's kind of like one of those CV Life scopes from eBay or Amazon. Costs about 35 bucks. Some of these are hitting well over 1,000 feet per second. I can honestly say I've had a lot of fun out of this gun. I kind of pulled that one a little. And that is 27 shots. You also get this little single shot tray, which looks like we may still have some steam left in the pipe there, so let's just go ahead and do a couple more. Really, my only complaint on this gun is that the bolt handle isn't larger. Ooh, that one's dead on. But other than that, that's really my only complaint. I mean, you can pick these guns up for anywhere between 160 to 199, depending on if you get the Stormrider or the Mrodair Varmit version. And they've also got the Generation 2 of it that's got a better silencer and a larger bolt handle. So basically, you know, my two complaints on the gun, Diana has listened and fixed those problems, and they've added in a stage 2 trigger, or a 2-stage trigger. So they've really gone and improved the gun quite a bit. But alright, that's 33 shots. Yeah, you can probably get a few more. Might be where it's so cold out here, but I'm at 15 MPa now, and before I was only filling up to 14. So let's just keep on going, see how far we can take it. Because before I was only able to get 30 shots on a full fill. I was kind of wanting to just show 30 shots of how the pellets drop throughout the power curve and all, but okay, I see now the feet per second. Yeah, the feet per second are starting to drop. Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, down there about 12 now. So that's got the that underway. Now I'm going to load up a magazine of the Winchester round nose 177s. Then I'm going to load up an exact JSB exact heavy Diablos, and then I'm going to do one of the Premier Ultra Mags, and I'm going to do one more of the Premier Hollow Points. And what I'm going to do here is just kind of not fill the gun all the way up, but get it about where that good power curve is to minimize the hump a little. And that's the key is with these unregulated guns, is finding that sweet spot where the pressures and the pellet weight and all is optimal. A heavier pellet, add a couple more 100 psi to the feel. Lighter pellet, you can probably get away with a little lower psi, and it works out pretty well. And like I say, I've been able to get 9 to 10 really good shots. So I'm going to pause you, load up magazines, and go from there. Alright, back. This time I'm going to do 9 shots of the Crosman Premier Hollow Points, and I'm filled to about 17 MPa. Aiming for the pink target. Alright, and that was 9 shots of that. And, one thing about it is, all that's going to fit pretty close to a squirrel's head. 10 shots, that's honestly not too bad. And I'm going to refill back up to about 18 MPa. One thing I really like about this gun is its ability to be hand pumped really quickly. You can hand pump these guns up quick. See there? I've filled it up. It don't take long at all. It's easy to do. This gun, it's ideal for a beginner in the PCP world, and I would recommend a non-regulated gun for a beginner, just to teach them. You know, get them to get used to having a shot curve and how to adjust for it. Alright, now I'm going to be shooting at the yellow dot. The bolt action and all works very well. It's nice and smooth. The trigger pull, even with it being non-adjustable and single stage, is quite nice. There is a little bit of creep to it, but with a little bit of trigger time, you can get used to that trigger, no problem. And that is 9 shots of the Ultra Mags. Alright, this go around, it's going to be 9 shots of the Winchester round nose. And previously, I've got it in my chronograph there as being a 9.8 grain pellet. That was the only information I could find on it online. But I just weighed it, and it's actually 7.4 grains. So what I thought was actually getting me one of my best feet or foot-pounds of energy, it's actually not. It is a 7.4 grain pellet. But let's get on with it. I'm going to be aiming at the pink target. And these aren't necessarily the best pellet for this gun. But and you're probably noticing that I'm not getting all that great of groups. And a lot of that is due to it really, like Kenny Cormody, you know, before he passed away, he did a review on these, and he was able to get another barrel band to put up there to help stabilize the barrel, because it does flex around quite a bit. And you can get them from Pyramid Air for $9.99. So I mean, with a little bit of work, these guns can do great. They even make them a regulator for them and all. So, I mean, if you can stabilize that barrel and keep it from wiggling around, and put in a regulator, you can have you one really good entry-level PCP. These guns, they are upgradable to some extent. I mean, there is a lot of different things that you can do to these. And, you know, when you're looking at a price tag of, you know, $150 to get you started into the PCP game, get you one of these and a hand pump, and you know, you're doing good. And now, alright, these are the JSBs, aiming for the green dot. Shooting way low. But they are grouping quite nicely. Alrighty. Well, this has been my review on the Air Max Varmit by Mrod. Also the Diana Stormrider. I've enjoyed my time with the gun. It's fun. It's lightweight. It's great for beginners. I mean, that's really what this is for a beginner. You know, a younger, not really a child, but, you know, into the teens, you know, 10, 11, 12, 13, you know, 14, something like that, to get them interested in this sport and hobby. That's really where this gun shines. It's economical to get into. Super easy to pump up with one of the hand pumps. You don't have to have a compressor and an air tank and everything to be able to go out and enjoy yourself with this gun. Get you a cheap scope like this one I got off Amazon for like 30 bucks. You know, you really can't go wrong. Yeah, there are a few other guns out there. This gun also comes in a CO2 version. There's a couple different versions of it. It comes in 22, and you know, now they've got the Generation 2 version. So there's a lot of buzz about these little guns. And they're, you know, made in China, of course, like just about everything else is anymore. But you know, it's a good looking gun. It's small. It fits my frame quite well. The length of trigger pull from here to here, though, that is, you know, it barely fits my hand, put it that way. But I am a small person, you know, I'm 5'5", so, you know, that may be one complaint that a child might have, is their finger isn't quite where it should be on the trigger there. But overall, good, cheap, fun gun to start out with. Well, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned. I'll be having another gun soon to review. Thanks.